Well, friends of Barça, today welcome to a new video of potential 11s. I know you love it. I know you're practically asking me for it every day on the channel. And we're going to make a new potential 11 with what for now it seems Barça is finalizing for this season. 25, 26, truly crazy. I've said it many times already. This Barça is scary, but it was already scary last year with this season in which we've won 3 very important titles. But I think Hansi Flick wants much more. Flick, Laporta, and Deco are doing an incredible job. We're still, as I said, like at the beginning of the transfer market. But hey, they're already getting things done. I love that. So let's get to this video. Let's start right now. I don't want to waste any more time. So let's go straight to that potential starting 11. By the way, smash that like button. Hit the like button right now. Smash it. Hey, on the live streams, it's always great. But in the videos, I'd like people to smash the like button even more. So do it now. Do it right this moment. And let's see if we can set a record for likes on this awesome video. Let's start with this potential starting 11. Well, my friends, another day on our FUTBIM website, trying to figure out what Barca's starting 11 will be. 2025-2026 with Hansi Flick, who, as I say, is just crazy because the season is about to start, just like us and just like you too. To see this new Barça, a Barça that I think, in my opinion, doesn't need as many changes as other teams that I'm seeing out there. For example, Liverpool, which I've seen, is spending I don't know how many millions of euros. Almost 200 million euros. Real Madrid, more than 150 million euros already spent as well. I mean, it's crazy. I think this Barça doesn't need that right now. With that amazing signing we've made, and I'll tell you something, I think he's the best goalkeeper. Spanish goalkeeper today. He's not on the national team yet, but he will be, I'm telling you. Joan Garcia is already fully signed by Barça and is a player for Football Club Barcelona. He will be the first goalkeeper for Flick's Barça, 2025, 2016. There's a lot of talk about Ter Stegen, but I'm telling you, Joan Garcia is going to be ahead of Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, left back. For Valde, you're going to ask me, is it the same defense as last year? Let me tell you something. What would you change from last year's defense? I mean, there's practically nothing that needs to be changed, guys. What maybe does need to change is having more players. Well, as substitutes maybe, right? While I'm commenting, I'll also put it here. This would be the fully official starting 11 for Barça. Careful, because now we have our first option here to improve this defense. What is Hansi Flick thinking? What is Deco thinking? Well, they're thinking that they need to have a player like this. For example, watch out, João Cancelo, an old acquaintance who is currently at Al Hilal, and João Cancelo could be the man to provide that. Well, that much needed rest for Koundé, who practically played the entire last season. Of course, in case Cancelo doesn't come, we have Hector Ford here, another very capable player, a player who is also highly qualified. But in principle, Cancelo, as you know, is very versatile. He can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can even play in the center of the field. It's not something he usually does a lot, but he has done it before, for example, with Pep Guardiola at City. So in principle, Cancelo for the right back, we have Valde on that left back, who would be, of course, I think the main starter. But nevertheless, we're also going to use Grimaldo here, a player who for now isn't being mentioned much for Barça. In the market, he's being very cautious. But Grimaldo himself has offered himself to Barça, to Madrid, and to Atletico de Madrid. And he's a player that I, at least personally, really like. So could we have Grimaldo here as a replacement for Valde as well? Of course, I'll say it again. For me, the defense should be, I would say, the same with Valde and with Koundé himself. So just so you can see that Barça is showing interest in these great players. But I'll say again what, for me, is the starting 11. There it is. We take out Cancelo, put in Koundé, and put in Valde. This would be the defense, and I think it's totally ready to go back to being what Barça has been this year. A cannon, a real cannon. And I'll say it again, for me, Hansi Flick knows perfectly well that he doesn't need to spend so much money this year. Careful, is he going to spend? Yes. Has he spent on Joan Garcia? Also. But I want you to see now, and I want you to do the math with me. Midfield, here, I think everyone is very clear about it. I mean, Pedri together with Frankie de Jong. Pedri with Frankie de Jong. And ahead, we're going to use, look, Dani Olmo, okay? Now we're going to make some changes here. We're going to try several options because this is just crazy. This Barça starting 11, look, smash the like button again. If someone hasn't done it yet, I'm giving you the chance now to do it because this Barça starting 11 is something to fall in love with. It's to be, well, just like we Barça fans already are, right? We're eager for the season to start already. Why do I say this? Because this midfield can have a lot of variations, a whole lot of variations. Why? Because we have here, for example, Fermin, who can play in Dani Olmo's position. And we've even seen Pedri play as an attacking midfielder too. We can also, of course, put Gabi in. We can put Casado in. There are just so many options here. Well, Derek Garcia, who we haven't mentioned before. He can also play, of course, as a substitute center back, as a full back, even in midfield. It's just a very, very, very capable team. The same goes for Ronald Araujo, of course. We can put him as a center back. On the right center back, we can also put him as a right back. What do you think? When he's played against Madrid, he's shut down Vinicius more than once. Therefore, Araujo could also be that player in that position. Anyway, if we talk about the midfield, it's very clear to me. I think this Barça is going to make us enjoy a lot. I'm sure about it. I have no doubts at all. Well, and all this without talking about Marc Bernal, a player we've seen very little of because unfortunately, he got injured very early last year. But I'm sure that the version of Marc Bernal we're going to see this year, God willing, and if injuries don't get in the way, is going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, just imagine that midfield we're seeing here. It's already amazing, but hey, we have to add to it, as we've also said, right? Casado Bernal, watch out for the guys coming up from behind as well. In the Barça Atleti match, we're also going to see Ibrahim Diarra, a player who will amaze you. We haven't talked about Joe Torres, of course, like we're trying to talk about the new signings, but watch out for what's coming up from behind, for what's coming. They have the Youth Academy with what's coming up and with La Masía, which, as always, is the best academy in the world, and it's going to make us enjoy football again. And that's going to happen year after year, as it keeps happening. And we're lucky to have these players because not every team can look at their academy and say, hey, let's bring this one up and that one too. Barça does it every year and hey, look, there you have it. It always works out well for them. So like I said, we're really, really lucky. Watch out. This is, I would say, the goose that lays the golden eggs for football with Barcelona. Why? Because here we have, look, this is a first option. This is a first option. Now, of course, with Rafinha, absolutely. Here I think no one should doubt. Lamine Yamal. And up front, we're going to use Robert Lewandowski. But wait, because there are some options here that are just crazy. By the way, I'm also going to put Pedri here, and I'm also going to put De Jong here. Okay, these are options that are being considered. I think they're going to happen, 100%. Why? Because Barca already has Nico Williams practically signed, guys. I mean, Nico Williams is practically a done deal. It's crazy. Nico Williams, you know, is he up front? I mean, with Nico Williams on the left, Lamine Yamal on the right, and Rafinha, watch out. Striker center forward. But we could also see something else. I almost forgot. I'll put Dani Olmo back in here. Dani Olmo could even play here in this position, and Rafinha could play a little further back. There are a lot of options. Be careful also to give Mincheman some rest. I don't know if you've seen it, but Barca has already said it. Fabrizio Romano has practically closed the deal with this guy Bargi. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you looked for information? In fact, we've already posted about this kid on our social media too. He's really something else. A very talented young guy with a lot of skill. And Barca has pretty much closed the deal too, initially for Barça Atleti, but he's also going to be involved with the first team. I'll say one thing, if this Barca we're seeing here, manages to strengthen itself with these players, I'm telling you, we're going to have one of the best teams in the world. For me, we already are. I mean, we really already are. This would also be another perfect option, with Nico Williams up front in attack. There are so many changes that could be made, and for me, this would be one of the potential starting 11s for Barca that excites me the most. I mean, of course, I think that at first, Rafinha, in my opinion, would start as the main starter ahead of Nico Williams. Here, I'm going to put Lewandowski. This would be my ideal starting 11 at first. But watch out. The options this team has are incredible. Guys, so hit the like button and subscribe. This is Barca Today, and we've told you the potential starting 11, or one of the potential 11s that Hansi Flick could use in the 25-26 season. So now you know, Barca yesterday, Barca today. Barca will always see each other in the next video.